GM crypto news now here. It is March 11th, and before I get into it, please read some solo on the take of the show tokens. Oh my gosh! But I have the webcam back. Just wanted to briefly say that, and let's just talk about the stuff about the market. Okay, let me remove this freaking goofy cat. Okay, so we know we like to talk about the crypto, but I was saying that stocks, it was probably going to follow something like this, or maybe it's going to have some sort of a rally as a sort of a relief before it starts going even lower. We'll have to see about this because sentiment on stocks is so bad right now that for it to go even lower, most likely not going to happen, and it has to go up first before it goes down. But that's pretty much what's going on with it. Bitcoin, on the other hand, or the whole crypto market, is very, very strong in comparison. So this is very, very interesting to see. Bitcoin is pretty strong. Solana, Ethereum, I mean, can you really say that they're strong? I'm not really sure if you can. And if you look at the other chart, well, we are retesting this trend line. We'll have to see if that means it's going to go even lower or not. It did close below it, which is usually a bad thing. We'll have to see what happens. But currently, Bitcoin is green on the day, and I expect this to actually keep rallying higher to maybe around 90K is honestly pretty. Also, like, I'm pretty much just, it seems like I'm throwing a number out there, but as you guys can still see, the market structure is still pretty bearish, and most likely it's going to retest like even maybe this level again at some point. But for now, it's been down only for so long that it's most likely going to go back up. And the liquidation heat map does support Bitcoin even going higher, like around here, 84, 86K seems to be ranging a bit. So we have to claim that level first before we think about 90K. But most likely is going to try to retest this upper range again before it goes lower again. That's most likely the probabilistic outcome, something like that. We'll have to see. That's most likely going to be the price action, most likely a rally across the whole market for the next few days, especially since the market sentiment has also been so bad as well. That usually marks a bottom signal. So very good sign here. And if we look at altcoin wise, well, some things are up on the day a lot, like Giga, for example, or can you even say it's up a lot if you zoom out? But some things are up a lot, some things are kind of just some things are just like whatever. But yeah, you want to be in the ones that went up a lot on the day, and those are most likely going to be the best options for altcoins. Can't really say anything else. Okay, this DRB is absolutely insane. I was talking about it at like 6 mil. I was like, maybe it's gonna be dead, but it's a fucking 6x from there. I didn't buy this. I was like, okay, whatever. Some things a little bit weaker. I mean, altcoin wise, there's not really much else to say. That some things that are strong. You want to be looking at ones that are bouncing really hard, but still, I don't think altcoins are going to be a super focus. Like, we're going to get a super huge rally across all of them back to all-time highs from here. No, we have to see some consolidation first before that happens, and most likely we're going to see the whole March of April, the month of March, be sideways price action around this range. That's most likely what's going to happen if I were to guess, because it's been down only for so long before it goes up again. But yeah, altcoins, nothing really that much to say. And let's look at the tweets here. Justin, Texas lawmaker introduces bill to buy up to 250 million in Bitcoin and crypto. This is very good news for crypto, of course, because Texas has a lot of liquidity as a U.S. state. And look at this, market's down, DeFi mindshare up. If you're looking to max out yield, then this is a great foot on Bifrost, a liquid staking app chain native to Polkadot that has no compatible base. This time next year, you'll be sending funds to agents to do this for you. Until then, I'm not really sure about this. Haven't really researched that, but I just wanted to point out this, where AI is still the largest altcoin sector out of all of them. DeFi protocol seems to be second, and memes are third, which is a pretty bad sign for meme, especially since it is probably one of the biggest sectors altcoin wise. But AI, it is at a 4 million market cap, or 4 billion market cap valuation, yet it has the highest mind share. This is going to be repriced accordingly. So AI seems to be still in the play here. So let's look at this Grok chain on base versus on Sol. Choose your chain. I don't know why I say chain, but yeah, DRB up a lot. And this is base. You wouldn't even think that we're in this little mini bear market, but no, Grok is just grinding higher. While if you look at on Solana, the G-Team culture is just so bad that it goes up here for like 2 seconds and then boom, 90% pullback. So it's a lot easier to play base for a lot of people compared to Solana, and it's what I would recommend for a lot of people. But this just kind of just shows which chain seems to be better, if I were to honestly say. So let's look at this. That's the first time in history a token has such good innovative narrative since Bitcoin. So I'm not shilling this, but he's giving some very good, interesting things here, where no VC raking 5K per hour can be rugged as is operated by no one. Fixed supply made by Elon Musk AI, bullish on DRB. Yeah, so this seems to be, they're trying to use the profits of this token of Elon, of Grok, to pay off the debt of the United States somehow. I don't know if it'll ever go that high, like multi-billion valuations. Of course, if Bitcoin keeps rallying higher, then this could see honestly even more returns from here. Maybe I'll do that. I'm not really sure. It depends. But with this momentum, I wouldn't be surprised if it keeps going higher. I have to do more reading on this. I'm not shilling this, by the way. And if you buy into this and then it does like something like this, well, that will suck. But for now, most likely it will keep going higher. So that looks quite interesting. I need to do more research on this, by the way, but this is an interesting chart to see. Like the last time I saw something like this was when I saw AXPT at first in early days, and I was like, don't want to buy this, but I think it was around here. I was like, don't want to buy this, and then look at that. I mean, now it's like bleeding down, but yeah. So let's look at this last one. Trump short-circuited the cycle, bringing prices back to equilibrium, removing the drugs and artificial steroids. Once we get back to a baseline, we are poised to cut rates, QE, and also potential removal of tariffs gradually. This will act as a slingshot mechanism of sorts. Think about this like rewinding clock back to 2023. Think about what opportunities you missed or lessons you learned and position accordingly. Short-term painful, but I do believe eventually we'll see in our run, which could be a blessing in disguise. Yeah, I like this guy's take. Everyone is calling for the end of the whole bull market here, which is usually a bottom signal. Once something is consensus, it's usually going to reverse the other way. And Donald Trump, what he's saying here is very, very right. His tariffs and all his other policies are necessary for him to have a better market later. And you still have to think about Trump's time frame for crypto, especially. His time frame isn't a few weeks like a lot of people on crypto Twitter are. His time frame is months, years. It's not the short time frame that a lot of people have, and he's willing to take the short-term sacrifice to have the better markets later on, because that's just how he functions basically as a person. But this is a very important point, and the fact that it doesn't have as much engagement, in my own opinion, is an indicator for the truth, because I super agree with this. And this is usually in crypto Twitter especially, where a lot of people, they push the stuff that most likely is not the truth and they get the most engagements. Well, something like this is not getting as much engagement and is actually speaking some sense into some people. And no, this is not the end of the bull market. Most likely there is still much, much higher to go, especially with the Bitcoin price action here. So yeah, this is very, very important. But that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video. Looks like we are going to go higher for the next few days. And I do think that, I mean, unless they somehow break above 92K and we keep grinding higher, and then we break out, like just wind a spiral upwards into infinity, which is pretty low probability, especially since we haven't spent as much time down here in the lower ranges just yet. Well, we have to see what happens. And what's most likely is that if we do touch the upper ranges, which is around 90K, 92K, then most likely it's going to try to retest even lower and chop down even lower. So there's still more pain to come, and we most likely still need to see a bit more ranging in this level before Bitcoin can grind higher. But that's pretty much just a weekly outlook for it. On the daily outlook in the next few days, most likely we're going to go higher. So that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video, and I'll see you guys.